Hi everybody, happy Sunday. I hope that wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you are having an amazing Sunday. It's not raining, which is weird. For those who don't know, and I'm sure most of you do, I live in Oregon and it normally rains in the winter a lot. In fact, when we did a live stream this week discussing the solar panel project, someone said, why are you bothering having solar panels on your roof? Because it rains all the time. You still get useful solar energy when it's raining, as long as it's not super, super cloudy. But it has rained all week. It rained today, and I've just put the chickens to bed, and it's dry. It's like a miracle every Friday when I come out to film. Beautiful sunset through the trees in the distance. And that's put me in a good mood, because this week has been crazy. We had our server go down on Wednesday, and it took most of Wednesday afternoon and all of Thursday to fix. I still don't know if we were hacked, but someone had hard coded a different IP address for our web server in the WP config file, which makes me think somehow, somewhere, something happened that shouldn't have happened. Anyway, we fixed it. We've got it back up running. Some of you have offered help, and we even had Cloudflare reach out and say, hey, can we help? So we might look into that. Because we're not necessarily super up with WordPress installations, but that's not what I want to talk to you about today. I want to talk to you about something a little different. Should we have health warnings on cars? So if you grew up in the late 70s and early 80s like I did, and many of you guys watching did, you will remember there was a point in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, I think, when cigarettes had to start having warnings on cigarette packs, basically saying smoking can damage your health. And even in adverts, the same thing. Smoking can damage your health, you can die, you can be killed. The warning severity depended on where in the world you happened to be. But I was watching television last night, and an ad came on for Fiat Chrysler, or rather Stellantis, as they're now known, and their range of Jeeps. And it was a winter ad, go and have fun in the winter weather with a brand new Jeep. That was the kind of the context of the ad. And it was a very traditional, old-fashioned car ad. And it got me wondering, should we now look, should governments look, to making ads for anything that increases your pollution have a little disclaimer at the bottom saying burning fossil fuels is known to contribute to anthropogenic climate change and can increase the sea levels and increase the temperature. Obviously, a slightly shortened version of that would be good. I don't know if there's any legal experts out there that could come up with a shortened, more concise, less verbose version. I know I was being a bit facetious there by making that long, and then I used facetious, which kind of, oh dear. It's been a long week. Anywho, I would love to see gas guzzlers, especially. Gas guzzlers are muscle cars and big, heavy lifestyle pickups that aren't actually going to be used for any heavy work, come with a warning that says, driving this vehicle will cause problems. We know that in California, obviously, gas pumps have to have warnings on them, right? Gasoline can cause cancer, it's carcinogenic. So why not on cars themselves? And when it comes to electric vehicles, okay, you could argue that we would have to have warnings on the batteries. I think they already exist. I think most car manufacturers put warnings on the battery packs, but we don't have a connection to battery packs. You don't touch them generally, unless you're working on your own vehicle. And for the most part, automakers are setting up recycling programs. So the idea is that at the end of a vehicle's life, hopefully 10 or 20 years into the future for both of these cars behind me, the batteries can be recycled and a new battery pack put in. So they don't necessarily go into landfill or anything like that, which is one of the things that a lot of people use as an anti-EV thing. Oh, it's going to end up in landfill. It's not. It's just not. I'm sorry, that's not possible unless lots of people are not doing their jobs, basically. But having warnings on cigarette labels doesn't stop people who are avid smokers from smoking. But could it stop people or not from smoking? I'm curious. Could the same be true of a gas guzzler? If you had to sign a piece of paper, or the advertising, gas guzzler goes up the road, it was a diesel, could that process of signing a piece of paper going, yeah, I acknowledge the damage that this car is going to do, actually stop someone from buying it? Or do all countries around the world need to follow suit of some European countries, including Norway, where your car is taxed based on its sticker price and on its emissions? I.e., if you have a high emission car that costs a lot of money, you have to pay a lot of money to own it. I'm curious to know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget that we are still hiring at the moment. There's 1 week left to apply. We got some cool applications in. We are going to be posting the job elsewhere this week. So for that last week, we'll be bringing in applications from kind of outside of the EV world. I think that's important to make sure that everyone gets a fair whack. And we will be back next week. I'm going to try and take a day off, or 2, or maybe 3, because making content is stressful when there are other things going wrong. Today has totally sucked. I don't mind admitting it. I had a little cry earlier because I was just fed up with just being behind in my workload. And would you know it, after I had a little bit of a cry, I was able to one take the video, which I haven't done for a really long time. 20 minutes or 22 minutes, one take. So there you go. Obviously, there are some benefits. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy the rest of your day if you're watching this during a weekday. I will be back ASAP. But until then, thanks for joining me. Keep evolving. Come on. I know you want to be, internet famous and all that, but come on. Okay, you are internet famous. Yep. Definitely an internet famous chicken. Come on, chicks. Bedtime. Bedtime for chickens. Come on, bedtime for chickens. Come on, chick. Come on. And you go. In you go. There you go. Okay, Marie, that is not inside. That is outside. Come on, Marie. In you go. Come on, baby. There we go. There we go. Good chicken. What the best chicken? You are the best chicken.